All right, before I take a look at the semis, just a quick look at gold. In my last video, I noted, that gold was pushing up against this resistance zone here at the 200-day moving average. My theory is that eventually the bullion banks are going to lose control of this, and we're going to get a break above it, but we certainly don't have it yet. And I noted in my last video that there would almost, you could almost bet the farm there was going to be an attack once gold got to this 200-day moving average. Um, there, as I keep saying, this is an important resistance zone here at 1850, and they're gonna keep attacking this for as long as it keeps working to try and prevent gold from getting above that level. So, we still don't have a buy signal as of yet. And then if I move over to the mining stocks, same thing here. Um, they keep defending this 50-day moving average. Um, they're going to try to prevent this from getting above here, if at all possible. Again, my theory is that ultimately they're going to lose control of this, and price is going to pop above there. But until it does, we're still just kind of twiddling our thumbs. So um, nothing useful yet in the metals market. So now let's go to take a look at the semis. So, ever since we got the breakout from this last daily cycle low here, the semis have um, either been the leader or one of the leaders. You can see after this powerful move here, we got a kind of a sideways consolidation followed by another move, followed by the correction down into the daily cycle low, and then today we've got a breakout above, to new highs here in the semis. So it it looks like we're getting ready to start another leg up. And if this semis are back to leading again, then I would expect the rest of the market is going to follow at some point, um, uh, especially the Nasdaq. And now this is the chart of the Nasdaq, and actually the Nasdaq was leading. You can see it made a higher high ahead of the semis, but now that the semis are in gear and have made a higher high too, my working theory at this point continues to be that if we can hold this breakout above 14,000, and you can see we closed slightly above it here, but then lost it yesterday, regained it again today. If we can get some follow through to the upside, then I think at that point, then we're probably set up for a run to 15,000. And as I've been saying, at some point we're going to have a volatility event, something pretty scary. We could maybe even lose as many as 1,500 points on the Nasdaq. At some point, that's going to happen. My theory at the moment, anyway, is that we're going to get through 1,400 here and get to 15,000, and maybe it occurs at that point, which is about halfway. As you recall from my previous videos, my target zone is somewhere in the neighborhood of 17 to 18,000 on this run. 15,000 will be about halfway from the breakout here to about 12,000. 15,000 is about halfway to 18, so that's kind of where I'm anticipating we're going to have one of these volatility events where we will be in the timing band. We actually already are in the timing band for an intermediate decline. So that is a prime zone for a big scary corrective move to knock a bunch of people off and kind of reset sentiment for the second part of the move that could take us to that $17,000 or $18,000 target. But that doesn't mean that again, that's not written in stone. Doesn't mean that the volatility event couldn't begin tomorrow. I'm just I'm anticipating that it's going to happen, but as of right now, my working theory is that maybe we get to 15,000 before it happens. But like I said, again, there's no reason that it couldn't happen tomorrow. But it's going to be a buying opportunity. I don't believe we're at the top yet. We're not seeing the kind of uh, completely irrational sentiment that would convince me that we're at a bubble top. Usually, when you get to a bubble top, your next door neighbor's making a fortune day trading the market. Um, People become very aggressive when you say anything negative about the market, which makes me think that Bitcoin is maybe a little further along in its bubble. Because if any negative comment about Bitcoin at this point, and the perma bulls on Bitcoin will literally tear your head off. Um, and again, that makes me think that we're probably further along in the Bitcoin bubble than we are the stock market bubble, because I'm not really seeing that kind of sentiment just yet in the stock market. I'm still seeing a lot of people trying to call a top. So I don't think we're uh, at a top or really even terribly close to a top just yet. Now, if we can get to 18,000 over the next 2 months, then I would say yes, we're probably um, at that point we probably have gone parabolic enough to for this to be a final bubble top, but we'll just have to see. And so I'll see what happens tomorrow if we get some follow through and maybe close above 14,100 tomorrow, then maybe we're done playing around with this resistance zone here, and we're on our way towards 15,000 at that point. So we'll see what the end of the week brings.